For the last adventure of this Hawaiian trip, we made it to Ma'alaia Harbor. And yes, I am Googling how to pronounce all of these names as I go. Like for instance, this ferry is going to take us across the Au Channel. No cap. In the first video of this series, I explained how the 4 things I hate are people, airplanes, boats, and people. And in a minute, I'm going to explain why boats made it to the top of that list. Tim and Ashley were able to coordinate a mind-blowing 2-day, 1-night stay in the beautiful island of Lana'i to conclude this breathtaking tropical experience. It was a 70-minute trip to get to Lana'i, and everything you're about to see is from the trip on the way there, because I was not able to get anything on the trip back, because this short boat ride would be one that I would never forget, for a couple of reasons. One, it ended up taking us to the most beautiful tropical island we've ever seen. And 2, on the way back, it sparked the most aggressive and debilitating panic attack I have ever lived through. For those who know me, I do not like to talk about my medical side, but this one hit differently. I personally think that the term panic attack comes with many dismissing stigmas, mainly because a lot of people use the term for every slight discomfort they encounter, and that has diluted the actual meaning of it. So for someone that actually experiences the clinical definition of panic attacks, I think we should rename it. It should be called a full biological malfunction, because that's exactly what happens. We were sitting on the top deck on the way to the island, and the water was so calm, it was like driving on an open road. On the way back, however, the water was so choppy that it tossed everyone around. The internal feeling of having zero control over my body ignited the malfunctions right away, and I had an hour of this ahead of me left. And the malfunctions included keeping my head down and not being able to raise it, keeping my eyes closed and not being able to open them, not being able to talk or respond to my wife, clenching my entire body to avoid the aggressive shivering my body wanted to do, sweating profusely to the point that my clothes were soaked and I felt dehydrated halfway through the trip. Constant thoughts that every jarred movement was the boat sinking, which just compounded everything I was already going through. I wasn't making a sound. I wasn't moving at all. But yet, the chaotic and terrified energy I was putting out grabbed the attention of the entire upper deck. Strangers were coming over to me and Ashley, asking if there was anything they could do and offering medications and advice. And anyone with an anxiety disorder knows that the last thing in the world that you want while your body is malfunctioning is attention. But here I was, sitting on the top deck of a ferry, trying to reason with an unraveling brain and losing, while an entire deck of people sat there watching me internally go through all of this. I brought this up to basically say one thing. For those of you out there that say things like, I was at the mall and I saw my ex across the food court and oh my God, I had a panic attack. Or, I didn't have tickets to the concert and I saw that they were almost sold out, so oh my God, I had a panic attack. Stop. Stop diminishing what other people are actually going through because you found a bandwagon to jump on for a little bit of extra attention. There's a huge difference between not liking mild adversity and having your entire body so internally terrified it stops functioning properly. Have you ever had a jump scare wake you? Like you're dreaming or about to fall asleep and then for a split second you have a feeling like you tripped or you fell and your body just jolts you awake? That jolt feeling that happens for that split second? Now imagine that feeling lasting constantly for an hour with no break. That does not happen when the milkshake machine is down at McDonald's, so quit claiming it does. Now, back to the good stuff. So, after an hour of the calmest and most misleading ferry ride in the world, we landed in Manele Bay in the beautiful Lana'i Island. And tonight, we were staying at the main attraction of this island, the Four Seasons, and this one is straight out of a fairy tale. We had a shuttle waiting for us for a quick 10-minute drive. And when we got there, it was almost like we walked into a dream. This place was so fancy, we realized we weren't worthy enough and decided to leave. As in the words of my cousin Noreen, just kidding. We weren't going to leave a second before we needed to. And after a pretty lit check-in, thanks to the welcoming cocktails we received, we decided to walk around this little piece of paradise and see what it was all about. In the actual room itself, well, just look at it. Imagine how impressive this room was, considering how impressed we are by the little things. And a bunch of fruit. Yay, fruit!
And they also have a bidet that is like Japanese style. And all the features, and it plays music and stuff.
It plays music?
Yeah.
Butthole music? Damn, that's like the wine glasses. Oh, the expensive waters. God damn. And look at that fish. Oh my God, I can't sit on the toilet smarter than me. To say this room was just impressive would be comical. Not only did it have a TV in the bathroom mirror, but my simple ass discovered the motorized remote curtains.
We're so grateful.
This is gonna be so not funny.
We're so graceful.
All right.
Good job, babe. You nailed it.
And after unloading, instead of gym tan laundry, we did pool beer food. And this was a perfect opportunity to decompress from all the decompressing we've been doing. Since we had just the one night, why stop there? Okay, I'm gonna come back around. Now everybody pay attention. With all the walking we had to do between restaurant to restaurant, made us kind of hungry. Let's go to a restaurant. And the area we walked through when we first got here has now turned into a serene nighttime landscape, leading us straight to our final stop. 140 was the restaurant we decided to conclude our festivities, even though we've already been here before. This was the first place we came to when we got to the island. But we decided to come back for two special reasons. One, the food was that good. And two, we were about to call it a night and it was really close to our rooms. But after our final drink, and then our final drink, we realized something. Hey, there's a whole goddamn beach out there we haven't seen yet. And who cares if it's nighttime? So we walked down to the connecting beach to have us some fun. Now, I do not recommend you going out into the beach at night. And I said you, not us. To be completely honest, We didn't just realize the beach was there. This was all planned. Because we weren't the only 4 on this vacation. There was actually 8 of us. We made a decision a long time ago to get to the Hawaiian Ocean to be able to spread the ashes of a few special people that we love. Tim and Ashley's grandparents, Grandpa Jim, and Nana. Ashley's dad, Howie, and my father, Thomas Singer. We specifically chose the Hawaiian Ocean because we knew that all 4 of them always wanted to go to beautiful Hawaii, and we wanted to be the ones to give them the opportunity to see it. And since it was our last night in this paradise, it was time for us to let them go. And I personally thought the ocean was a perfect idea. Not only because Grandpa Jim, Nana, and Howie all loved getting in the ocean, but this would be my dad's first time. In 72 years, he's driven to the ocean once and never has touched it with his feet. You might wonder why he's never gotten to the ocean. Because he's deathly afraid of the ocean. And why is he afraid of the ocean? Well, he was terrified of boats. Make of that what you will. From the moment we touched down in Hawaii throughout the entire trip, we had friends and family constantly asking us, "What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part of Hawaii?" And for me, that was a hard moment to pinpoint because everything we saw and everything we did ended up being better than what we previously saw and what we previously did. But after living through this and taking it all in, it became very easy for me to pinpoint what was my favorite moment of this entire trip. It was this scene right here. This is now etched in my head as the symbol of the greatest week me and my wife ever lived through. Knowing what I know now and having lived through the places, the sounds, the people, and the food, this right here symbolized the greatest experience I would have to date. And we owe it all to Ashley getting older.
Shut the fuck up! Yeah.
And before you go, remember to like, subscribe, and follow to join us in all of our adventures. And support information is always located in the description.